Hi there! Welcome to Pallet University and the next episode of our Let's Play of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. We are here from not my new apartment, but my parents' house in New York. As you can tell, I mean, there's not much of my room that you can see behind me, but like most people, when they move out of their house, their parents start to fill their room with miscellaneous junk. And one of those things is this right here. My sister has a baby. She's going to turn 1 on June 1st. And they decided to put her crib in my room. Which, like, I don't blame them. It makes sense. You know, they don't use this room for anything else. So, but yeah, so there's just going to be this random crib in the background of my videos while I'm here. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, we're here. We're getting ready to go to Wish Cave. And so, like a lot of the 99 floor dungeons, not all of them, but a lot of them, there are certain stipulations that happen when you do them. We will not be doing all 99 floors of this dungeon today. We will not. That's going to take way too long. However, we do only have to go to floor 20 to save Metachan, like we talked about at the end of last episode. So, this dungeon, like it says, we start at level 5. It brings every Pokemon that you bring all the way down to level 5. Whereas like a 99 floor dungeon like Silver Trench doesn't. It's just a 99 floor dungeon. Some of them, I'm trying to think, like, yeah, Purity Forest brings you down to level 5, but you can only bring one Pokemon in. Now, on the off chance that it doesn't reset your moveset, I'm bringing Smeargle. I'm bringing Charizard and Dragonite because they have very, very good level 1 movesets. Like Charizard's, I just had it pulled up because I didn't know who to bring. Let me try and find it again. Charizard. Yeah, so Charizard's starting moveset, like, because, you know, most fully evolved Pokemon have moves that you normally would relearn, like, in the normal games with a heart scale. Or in like Sword and Shield through that guy on the left side of the Pokemon Center. Or in this game, you would go to Gulpin. So for Charizard, those moves are Wing Attack, Flare Blitz, Heat Wave, and Dragon Claw. Mostly Heat Wave is one I'm interested in. But it's just nice to have general coverage moves, which is nice. Whereas Dragonite also has a pretty solid moveset, which is... If I'm assuming it's the first 4 that it learns, which I'm almost positive that it is, Dragonite will have Wing Attack, Hurricane, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. So again, a really solid coverage there with Flying, Fire, and Electric. And I'm bringing Smeargle, again, just on the off chance that they keep it. And also these two have really, really good movesets for... I didn't check my items, but I'm sure I'm fine. Famous last words. If we keep our movesets, then both of these Pokemon have really, really good movesets anyway. Okay, so they do get reset, but it's not... Interesting. It's not what I thought it would be. What's Dragonite's moveset look like then? So Smeargle just does Sketch, which sucks. Okay, that's actually a better moveset for Dragonite. I would prefer it would have Thunder Punch over Fire Punch. But at least it has Dragon Stab and Roost, which is pretty good. And I think what I'll do for Smeargle is I think I'll teach it Heat Wave immediately. Cool. So at least it can hit Pokemon from across the room now. Do I have money? I think I have money. I don't want you, Jigglypuff, I'm sorry. You are level 8, though. No. Okay, what do I have for items and money? So I have like 22 grand, so that's fine. I got quite a few Reviver Seeds, so I'm fine with those. I could use some Oran Berries if I come across those. But I think I'm fine with everything else. Actually, I want that apple. So, because I get the feeling we're not going to come across too many, like, items like that. Sure, Kecleon. There you go. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're doing today. I will say, first of all, I really, really appreciate everybody on the last episode. Everybody on the last video, I guess, to co-op on. Was it the last one? No, I had an episode out between them. Well, there's a lot of these. On that like short, like 3-minute video that I made, where I'm basically like, hey, I'm leaving. I appreciate everybody wishing me a safe travel. It was honestly very safe. I'm very glad that I have the car that I do, because I was lucky enough to. So if you've ever driven from anywhere in the Midwest to New York, it's a long drive. Oh, I didn't mean to click yes. I already have a Magna Zone. I can tell you to leave later, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, so the first day I drove from, so I live full-time in Rapid City, South Dakota. So that's on the western side of South Dakota. That's about a 24-hour drive from where I live where my parents live in New York, where I currently am. So they, and exactly about halfway, which, you know, would make sense. Obviously, I'm not driving 24 hours straight. Like, there's no reason to do that. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to do that. But, about the 12-hour mark is Chicago, and I knew I didn't really want to stay in any, like, population centers just because of, you know, everything going on. So what I did was, I stopped about an hour, because you stay on, I-90, like, the entire way. Like, the trip is I-90 for, like, 23 hours. Oh my god, poison does so much damage. Wait a minute. The next one's gonna kill me, isn't it? It is, and I don't have a healing item. Oh, thank god. Nice. Oh no, it's an Ekans. Yeah, I knew I didn't want to stay in any population centers, so I stayed about an hour west of Chicago on I-90. Which put me in Janesville, Wisconsin. I stayed in like this really crappy hotel, but it was like $50, so I didn't complain. But like having a car that I do, I only had to stop for gas once each day. So like the second day, I drove from Janesville, Wisconsin to northern New York, which is about 13 hours. I got out of my car once for gas, and it was just a little bit west of Cleveland, Ohio. So my car probably could have gone close to 8 hours without gas, which is excellent for a time like this, where like you don't want to be out interacting with people, you know. It makes for a really long trip, but at the same time, it makes it very convenient for not interacting with people, which I appreciated. Yeah, so I've been home for a couple days now. I'm hoping to get this episode out on the day that I'm recording it, but I don't know if that'll happen because it's already like 2 p.m. So it might just be a little bit later, which I think most people will probably be fine with. Most of my videos typically go up at noon Mountain Time, which is the time zone that I like usually live in. So like basically right about now Eastern Time. So if it's a little bit late, I think people will probably be fine with it, because I don't think I've had a video up in like 4 days. So hopefully people will still, you know, appreciate it. It's been a couple days. This week is pretty busy for me, though. Well, I'm already on floor 7. Ooh, citrus berry. I actually want that. Yeah, so this week's actually fairly busy for me. I have my thesis proposal defense on Wednesday. So basically, it's fun how that works. Basically, it's you sit in front. So the way most graduate school works for thesis, anyway, is like you have your thesis committee, which is like your academic advisor, somebody else in your academic department, and then somebody from outside your department that just makes sure that like all the boxes, like all the requirements are met, like all the boxes get checked basically. Wow, Smeargle levels up so fast. Yeah, so you basically sit in front of them, and they just make sure that you know enough about your topic to be able to do your thesis project on it. So it's basically like saying, hey, I know all of this stuff, trust me, let me do my research, and leave me alone. That's the way I interpret it, anyway. Which, like, I don't like it, but I understand the point, just to make sure that, like, you know what you're doing. Because the most important thing is the timeline for, like, what things are, what parts of your project are going to be done by when. Which, like, for someone like me is super helpful because I'm a major procrastinator. And, I know if I were left to my own devices, a lot of my work would get done later than it should be. So I do appreciate it. However, it is still quite annoying, but yeah, that's on Wednesday, and today I need to come up with a PowerPoint to use for that, so that's the rest of my day today. But yeah, so content for the rest of this week might be a little sparse, just because that's going to be a bit of a priority. And then, oh god. Okay. Yeah, just because, obviously that's going to be a priority. Do I have a Togepi? I have a Togetic, I know that. Yeah, so that's priority number 1 this week. But I also have some, like, my job that I get paid to do. I have that this week as well. And I have that meeting Thursday, which sucks. Because normally it's on Friday, so I usually have most of Thursday to be able to do the things that I need to do, and I'm kind of just now realizing that I don't have that luxury this week. So this may or may not be the only video going up this week. I'll try to at least record another video right after this. But it'll definitely depend on who's home. Because I think I might have heard somebody come home while I've been recording, but I don't know that for sure. Also, there is going to be, at some point, we will start doing more live streaming. Like, once I'm done with, like, my job for the semester, because, like, technically my contract ends on the 21st, but, like, I missed some work for personal reasons, which, like, the way my pay structure is like, I still get paid the same amount per month, no matter how many hours I put in. I'm supposed to work 20 hours a week. But it's almost like I'm salary, basically. But yeah, for personal reasons, there was 1 week where I was not able to do that much work. And I felt bad because, I still got paid the same, but I worked less, so I offered to, like, extend my contract unpaid for a week. So this normally would be my last week of my job, but I offered to do it next week as well. But yeah, but after next week, I should be pretty clear with most things. Because I, like, more or less, I'm gonna try, and I know throwing around, did Magnemite die? Where is Magnemite? Oh, no, there he is. And I don't, like throwing this, like, phrase around, but, like, I'm gonna see if I can't, like, while I'm here, like, I've literally got nothing better to do, especially since, we're still, like, the part of New York that I live in is, like, starting to open up, but I still don't personally feel safe going out and doing a ton of things out in public. So I'm still going to be doing stuff at home most of the time. So I figure I might as well try to, like, become, like, a full-time content creator. And I know, like, that phrase has, like, stigma with it and, like, a lot of expectations, like, from you guys. So, like, I'm going to be making a lot more content. I'll put it that way. I'm making more content than usual. Yeah, for this summer anyway. Because, like, the goal is, because, like, for basically the entire month of August, I'm like out of town basically and like away from my computer. So I'm gonna hopefully have lots of content for you guys up at that time. I was just trying to learn smokescreen. No. Yeah, so that's like the main goal, I guess, is to have lots of content stockpiled up. Oh god. By August. That didn't kill? Go away, ball toy. I'm pretty sure I have a clay doll, so. Okay, so it looks like I just barely get back up to full before the poison does damage to me again. Cool. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure this mission, this dungeon, is like the beginning of like the end sequence of the post game, because like the only things that we really have left to do are go back and recruit some more legendaries. I don't think you need to do the Lugia thing like to complete like the post game story arc. I'm still going to do it eventually, but like pretty much all that's left is like recruiting the Reggies, which is optional, recruiting Mew, which is optional. What is that? TM. Torment, no. And then maybe 1 or 2 dungeons, I think. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Dragonite, you've done nothing this entire time, so I'm gonna take control of you. We only have a couple floors left anyway, so. Yeah, this episode might be relatively short. Simply because I want to try to, if this week is going to be pretty rough for me, content-wise, I want to try to get a couple of episodes out for everyone. You know, ideally, I would like to have a like a normal, like, science-y video, because I've got several ideas in the works that I'm excited about. That I just haven't had time to, like, sit down and write a script for. So hopefully, I'll be getting some of those to you guys, like, early-ish next week. Hopefully this weekend. Is this weekend Memorial Day weekend? No, yeah, it is. So this weekend, I think I'll do some writing, some script writing, and I'll write, you know, like 4 or 5 scripts. And then just like on next week, I'll probably be doing a fair amount of actual writing of or actual like recording of these things. So you can look forward to that throughout next week. I'm aiming for 2 sciencey type videos per week while I'm home, because like I said, I've got nothing else to do. Yeah, that is the goal. And because I've got so many ideas. Like I've got you know, several more videos in our fossil series. You know, one for each like generation that has fossils. Then I've got some ideas for about biology of certain Pokemon types, which is cool. I've got a couple like collaboration projects that I've had in the works for a while that are just, you know, difficult to nail down because, you know, people have lives. Even during quarantine, people are busy. / have no motivation like me. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff in the works. Good job, Smeargle. Wait, why aren't I using this on Smeargle? Like, Smeargle potentially can be really good in these dungeons, but I think you have to be, like, really smart. with how you plan. I want to be Dragonite, thank you. But yeah, Smeargle can be really good. Like, I've seen some people posting about like using Smeargle in like the dungeons where it's just you, or just a single Pokemon, which I don't know how you can really make that work, unless some of the Pokemon early on start with really good moves. Hello, Medicham. Oh my, I can't seem to find a way out. What am I to do? Oh, you? Perhaps. Have you come to rescue me? Yes, I'm so lucky. I mean, you did put out a rescue mission request. So, yeah. So, one moment, please. Make sure you're drinking lots of water and staying healthy. Anyway, the job request said the reward was this like special surprise or something like that. So we'll have to see what this is. Because like I'm fairly certain I know what it is. No. I'll take $3 grand for it though. Medicham, you're safe. Yes. I'm so sorry, Ekans. That dungeon, it was too much for me. Thank you for saving me. I appreciate it. Ow. My body, it hurts all over even now. That dungeon. What is it about it? They say it makes a wish come true, so I went. But it was very hard in there, most terribly so. What does that sound supposed to be? I never want to go again, such a terrible place. At first, I made an SOS call because I didn't want to lose this. But I'll give it to you. Here, your reward for my rescue. Kevin got the wishing stone from Medicham. They say if you take that stone to Wish Cave to its very depths. Wonder of wonders, a wish, it comes true. You see, a rich reward, don't you agree? For me it was impossible, but you must try. Maybe it'll be something we stream. Maybe it'll be a weekend thing. Or depending on how early in the day I get up, it could be like a early morning type thing. Definitely not this week, but... Good morning, Gavin. Okay, the fact that Medicham is still here makes me think that the end of this like post-game plotline is very near. Hello. Okay, never mind. Nope, I didn't want to talk to you again. Alright, Ekans, what do you have to say? I give up too. I'll live with my weak chin. Well, just give it a try and make that wish come true. Okay, so is that something that I need to do? Because I really don't want to do that right now. I think I might end off the episode here. Have it be relatively short. Because I don't know how to trigger the next thing. Let's see if there's any random jobs here that, like, look like they're story related. I don't think so. Yeah, no, there's not. Alright, so we'll end it off here. Relatively short episode today. In between episodes, I will figure out what we need to do next to trigger sort of the last sort of sequence of the post-game story. And then after that, it's just, we only have a couple more things to do, which is recruiting the 3 Reggies, recruiting the dogs, or like the beasts, so like Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, because I haven't done that yet. So each of those will only take it like probably an episode each. Recruiting Lugia, which might be a stream thing, depending on how long those other 2 take. And then probably finishing the post-game story will take an episode, maybe 2, depending on how long those dungeons are. But if I remember correctly, they're not very long. So that's at most 4 episodes left, 4 episodes in a stream. Because we do have, obviously, like some of the 99 floor dungeons, but I feel like those are much more suited to a stream than like an episode, because unless you want the episode to be 4.5 hours long, which I don't, because I would absolutely run out of things to talk about, then I feel like that needs to be a stream thing. So anyway, we'll figure that out when we come to it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Twitter as well at Pallet_U to keep up on all things Pokemon science. And as always, there's a time and place for everything.